Hi there, my name is Mrs. Giroux and welcome to day 1 in art. Your class is Visual Arts. Comp 1 is 2D. Our room number is 12.59. My name is Mrs. Giroux. You're welcome to call me Miss G. So, when you are coming down this small hallway, here's what our room looks like. Please enter and have a seat as quickly and quietly as you possibly can. And you're always going to be facing the front of the room unless I direct you otherwise. Your books are going to go over here on the side counter. Okay, so no materials are going to be on the tables except for the art materials. You'll have lots of things spread out all over the table that we're going to be using. So all of your business and your other schoolwork, you're going to set quickly over there on the side and then have a seat facing the board, facing forward. Please sit quietly so I can quickly scan the room and take attendance. I should learn your name very quickly, and you're going to listen for directions. So on our first day, we covered a lot. I'm sorry you were not here. So we covered what I do. So I've been teaching a really long time. I'm also a painter. That's what I do in my home studio in my spare time or on the weekends. I'm a painter. I've been in a lot of art shows, and I just enjoy art. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy the students, and I enjoy painting and drawing and just creating anything. So let's go back to looking around the room a little bit. Okay, so here's the front of the room. Art binders will be stored here. I supply those for you, and you leave them in the room. I've taken most of the notes for you, but they're important notes. And so I wanted you to be able to read them very clearly and refer back to them. So those binders will be very full by the end of the semester. Over here on the left side of the board, there will always be what unit we're studying and the topic for the week. Back here you will see a sink area and a paper towel dispenser and a trash can. You'll notice how clean everything is. The inside of the sink is clean, the outside is dry. That's how it's supposed to be, and please help keep it that way. Your trash is just a step away. Trash can's right there. Please don't miss. All right, back here we have your portfolio storage area. Your portfolio storage area, for those of you that are going to get 2 pieces of poster board, those large portfolios are going to be up here at the top. And if you're just going to want 1 piece of poster board, you'll fold it in half, and those will be stored down here. This is required. This is, you're getting 2 pieces, but you never have to fold your artwork. So it's up to you which one you want to make, but you're required to bring in either 1 or 2 pieces of poster board taped on the side, and we'll talk about what a portfolio is in just a few minutes. Okay, back here we have some light boards. Please do not put anything on top of these light boards. This is not where your books go. Okay, we will be using them, but they could be easily broken with things stacked on them. The light bulbs have to be ordered, and it takes a really long time. This huge portfolio, or example of a portfolio, has all of your art history information in it. This is additional to what we're going to be doing in class. So supplemental means it's an addition to what you're going to be doing. Inside your binder, you will have a list that looks just like this, and that lists all of your art history requirements. I've even listed a page number if you wanted to check out the book in the Media Center and go ahead and get started on these. So you'll have that page, and you'll be able to look up the page number and read about those art history assignments. Okay. Above it, we have a word wall. We've covered a lot of these words in the first week. Okay. So always refer to this. Make sure you're, jotting down the words that we're learning, and keep track of that. I also have a vocabulary list inside your binder. As with most things, please ask before taking or borrowing something. A lot of the things that I have in the art room are mine that I've brought from home that I want to share with you, but we need to be respectful of materials. Speaking of which, I'll get to that in a second. This is where the pencil sharpener is. Anytime you need to sharpen your pencil, please feel free to come back here. I like to have the trash can right underneath it. And if ever you see that it is overflowing, please be respectful and just empty the shavings into the trash can. We do not touch the thermostat, ever. I'm sorry if you're chilly or if you're hot, but we cannot touch this thermostat. It messes up the whole system. Okay, so I've taped that just to remind you. There are maps posted all over the building. Ours is right here by the door. And so this is what I was referring to earlier. Our school has classroom expectations, but so does the art room. These are very important. I'm going to go through these with you, but they're posted in 2 places in the room. We are responsible. We will use the restroom before arriving to class. I do not give restroom passes. None of the electives give restroom passes. You're to go with your team, so please do not ask. Be inside the room and seated before class starts on time. There's a bell schedule that I'll give you. Be prepared for class by bringing your pencils, an eraser, and lined paper. Pencils are a requirement. Even though I start out the year with having some pencils on the table, please bring your own pencils. That is a requirement, as is the poster board portfolio. So, if we're being respectful, we're going to follow the teacher directions and hopefully with a positive attitude. And you've heard the old adage, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Use appropriate content in your work and conversations and clean up materials and table before leaving. We will work with materials safely, respect the feelings of your peers, and always say please and thank you. We went into each one of those a little bit with more detail in our class discussion. We're role models. Encourage your classmates with positive comments and critiques. Develop your talents and take pride in your hard work. And also do not touch anyone else's artwork or mark on anyone else's artwork. I give a severe consequence for that. Be the student who is respectful even when no one is watching. And we're resilient. This is one of the most important ones to me. Make better choices today than you did yesterday. We should all, including myself, strive to be better each day. Become strong, healthy, and successful even after something bad happens. Demonstrate the capacity to recover after difficulties. So you'll see on my expectation list that my name is at the top. I hold myself accountable for all of the PBIS rules as well. On the back of the door, we have a roll of tissue. Anytime you need to blow your nose or you need a tissue, please just come and get this. You never have to ask, and then just wash your hands afterwards, please. This is our bell schedule, and I have handouts for those if you would like one. Okay, over here we have my portfolios where I keep a lot of examples. I keep a lot of units here. We have the styles of artwork over here on the wall. Up above we have a timeline with just a few examples. Okay, and then over here we have my desk area, and this is pretty much off limits. Ask if you need something. Right here is where my desk is. Okay, and do not take things off my desk. I will hand them to you if you ask for them. Okay, and that would be very, very respectful. That is my personal space. So our laptops are brand new. We take care of them. There are no missing keys. There are no marks on them. They're not sticky. They are in perfect condition, and that is the way they're going to be returned to me. I will hand them to you. You will hand them back to me, and then I will plug them back in. You are never to go on any other website unless I am directing you specifically to that website. We don't use these on a daily basis, but we usually use them once weekly. Okay. So in 2D art, we're going to be doing all kinds of projects: painting, drawing with colored pencils, markers, crayons, designing, learning different techniques such as stippling and pointillism and how to shade. But the most important thing is that we're going to be learning about all of these elements and principles of design that are up here on the board. And I believe it's tomorrow or the next day that we're going to go over each one of these, not in detail, but just kind of deciphering which ones are the elements, which ones are the principles, and an example so that you can try to remember those. The next thing is emergency procedures. If we are to have a severe storm warning, we quickly and quietly, actually silently, go to Mrs. Mastick's room. It is on the middle school hallway, and it is the first door on the left of the middle school first small hallway. And you sit along the wall. You know the standard procedure for that. And you listen for directions. There'll be 4 teachers in there, and you will get specific directions. Please remain silent. If we are to have a fire drill, we go out our door very quietly and quickly, take a right, and down the steps towards the gym, and then we'll lead you away from the gym area. We have a fire drill at least once a month, and again, this needs to be quickly and quietly, and they will sound the bell when we come back in, and then we want to resume work. You do not have to wash paintbrushes or your hands or anything. If any one of these emergencies, that's the least of our worries, okay? Your safety and security is my main focus and the most important thing. Next, we have a My Progress Tracker. You'll each get one of these. You'll fill it out with your 2D start date. If you're coming in for with a transfer grade, I will fill that in transfer grade when it's sent to me from another school. And your name, please print it, or I think I'm filling this out actually for you so I can read it. Week 1, you can see on here that it is Technology in the Art Room and Introduction to Art and Elements of Design. The purpose is to set up your art portfolio, which is your piece of poster board, the art binder, identify the purposes of art. We don't have too many bells, but they go off every once in a while. Explore sources and ideas that lead to artistic inspiration and careers. And then we're going to ask ourselves what conditions, attitudes, and behaviors support creativity and innovative thinking. Okay? You will get a summative and classwork grade each week. And I will be taking attendance. And that is your studio work time. Okay, so that's the lesson that I'm giving you in class. It's covering a lot of vocabulary, information, demonstrations, discussions, critiques. So if you are not here on that day, it's very hard to grade those things. Okay. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.